Hello, in this video we're going to cover the basics of actually editing content within pages and or sections. So like we discussed in the intro, we have all these different sections such as your about section, your practice area section, things like that. Those will be individual areas within a page as well as individual pages, meaning for instance the attorney's a page, or excuse me, section on the home page. This is a section right here, but it's also its own page. So if I click tab cook, I pull up a whole page. So it's going to be two different areas that we need to edit in the back end if we need to make changes. Okay, so let's start with the home page. I'm going to assume that you're logged in, and what we want to find is pages. And just go ahead and open that. And then you'll see in alphabetical order is a list of all the pages that are on your site. Okay, so for the home page, you'll see right here it says front page. We call it Cook-Sildorf Law because it's just good for SEO. We're not going to call it home page. So you'll see that by front page, and then we can edit this a couple different ways. The best way is just to click the actual link, and then what you're going to see is the page load up, and we're going to have all these sections, and this like you'll see where it says classic mode and this blue header and things like this. This is what's called Visual Composer. This is a plugin that needs updates every so often, but this is the meat and potatoes of your site. And so basically what happens is we add content in here. We can drag and drop, move, manipulate, and update your content. So let's say we want to make an adjustment to your experienced attorney section on the home page right under the banner. So we want to change this paragraph. Let's just say we want to do that. And we'll scroll down, and then we'll see that section. So you'll see where it says the image for it. We'll see some space here. We'll see the main title, Experienced Attorneys. So right here, Experienced Attorneys. We'll see that's right here. And then if we scroll down, we'll see the text. So this is that main paragraph of text. So if we want to update that, we'll just hover over it, and then we'll see a pencil icon. And we click the pencil, and what's going to open up now is a dialog box for your text editor, and you can see the text in here. So you can make an edit in this. It's just basically like using an email. You type in your information. You can copy and paste. If you do decide to copy and paste, I strongly recommend you do it under the text side. So you'll see on the right hand side over here it says visual, it says text. Make sure you click the text tab if you're going to copy and paste, because generally what happens is, for instance, let's say you created a document in Word, and you type out your paragraph, and then you copy that and paste that, it's going to add extra formatting if you're under the visual side. And that formatting can cause problems to the site. I've seen pages actually break. So again, if you're going to copy and paste from somewhere else, just make sure the text selection is chosen before you do that. So once you're set with your changes, just click Save. And then when you're ready to make your changes, you'll see over here on the right, there's an Update button. We'll click that, and it'll save and update your changes. Now that's instant and live, so once you make your change, your adjustment, once you hit Update, it's live for the world to see. If you've made a change, you're not sure, you want to view it, prior to that, you can do that. So for instance, let's just say I change this image out. Let's just say I put him in there, right? You're just not sure if you want to do it or not. You can see that it says preview changes in this box up here. So I can click this, and now it's going to show me what it looks like. So it doesn't look too bad, right? Then if you decide you don't want it, you just don't save it. But if you say, oh, that was great, then you click Update. Do keep in mind, every once in a while, though, the preview doesn't show 100% of what it's going to look like. It's rare, but it does happen. So if you're looking at preview mode and it looks off, doesn't look right, there's a chance it's just something's going on with that particular preview. All right, so let's go back to the dashboard. I don't want to save that. Okay, so pretty easy, pretty straightforward. You can also create new pages. So under the pages section, if we scroll over, we'll see all pages and add new, or you can also see add new from this section. And what's really great is if you're worried about the formatting or the layout or following the, you know, basically the templates of the site, you want to create a page that matches the other pages, you can duplicate that. So you'll see over on the right we have a duplicate this section. And I can actually click this, it'll create an exact copy of this page. So you can actually create new pages based on a current layout. So if you want to make a new page, but you're not sure where to start, you could do that. So for instance, let's say you've got a new attorney, right? You're adding someone to your firm. What I would suggest, I would do this, I know what I'm doing, and I would do this myself, is I would come to, let's say, Tad Cook, and I can come into the pages, and I can roll right over his name, and I'll see duplicate this. And I'll click it, and now it's made a new one. You can see it says draft. And then we just go in there, and we just change it to whoever the new person is, Charlie Boudreaux, right? Do, of course, make sure you change it here. And then I'll publish it, which is the same thing as save. And don't worry, even though you're making this live, no one sees it until you've actually added it to the menu. So even though I've saved that, it's okay. And then I can click view. Now I can see here's my new layout, my template, so to speak. And then I can just come into these sections and start filling out the information. So for instance, it's no longer Tad Cook, it's Charlie Boudreaux, right? Save it. Then I'll come under the image, and I'll add my new image for for the new person. Save that, the phone number. Basically, it's a series of rolling over those sections and just clicking the edit pencil to edit that information. And again, I do recommend using this duplicate because it makes it a lot easier to create new pages and things like that if you're if you have to. Another great and cool feature of WordPress is basically revisions. And if you don't see it, you want to make sure that it's checked in the top block up here. And you can see, basically, if you make a mistake, you can come back and make that change. So let's say you make a change today, and then it's the wrong change, and then you can revert back to the last time you made it 3 weeks ago. Click and restore, and it makes that for you, so which is really great. I think that's gonna do it for this section. I don't want to get too long in these videos, and then I'll make a couple more. One's gonna cover the blog, and then another one going over your images.